Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Sighted. This is Jesse, aka BGFH, and I am back for another low vision spotlight game video, and this time we're actually looking at another classic game through good old games here. Kind of a mixture for this year's Halloween month of October. I just recorded a video for one of my other classic games around this time, actually, The Suffering. And now we've got one of the rare real-time strategy games that I actually kind of got into for a while. Actually, a little group of us in college did. We are looking at Dungeon Keeper 2. I tried some, I tried Age of Empires 1 and 2. I had a friend of mine who in college who was really into those. I tried, Warcraft and Starcraft, and I just never really got into them. I don't know, I just never really did. But something about Dungeon Keeper. I had played Dungeon Keeper 2 first, which is what we're looking at here. And Dungeon Keeper 2, like I said, there was just something with the presentation, and it's kind of like got this dark humor to it as well, because you're playing the actual bad guy. Most games you're trying to play the hero and save the world and yada yada. No, you're just this dungeon master lord thing who is basically trying to come up from the depths underground and take over these goody-goody, kings and stuff. And it had single player, it had multiplayer, and the campaign, one of the things I remember really liking about it is just, it had this narrator that was just absolutely perfect for the game back in the day. And like I said, we played this when I was in college. Unfortunately, it didn't seem to have the most stable netcode, so it wasn't super reliable for multiplayer. But we did play some multiplayer skirmishes, about 4 or 5 of us. And it was fun. I was never good at it, especially in multiplayer, but we did play it. So Dungeon Keeper, you see I got this nice little hand icon here. We got single player, we got multiplayer. My Pet Dungeon, I can't even remember what that is. Let's just go to single player. We're going to start from the beginning because I don't remember how to do any of this. So we're going to do new game. Okay, we come to our map here.
Smilesville. Welcome, Keeper. Before you lies a happy and carefree realm. The local champion, Lord Antonius, holds the first portal gem you require. Learn how to construct a dungeon and build up your forces so that you can crush Lord Antonius and wipe the smile from his face.
That's the narrator. He's just, because it ties into the tutorials and stuff, and it adds a layer of accessibility. You're not reading a whole bunch of dialogue boxes. He's actually telling you things, and he just has this, sense of evil about him. So yeah, let's hit the old check mark here.
Behold, your dungeon heart. Protect it well, for if it is destroyed, you will be banished forever from this land.
Got it. The Dungeon Heart.
Here walks the goodly Lord Antonius. 'Tis he who holds the precious portal gem, but only when you've mustered strength sufficient should you challenge him and claim your prize.
Okay.
Lair. Hatchery.
Okay.
First, there's money to be made. Click on the flashing seam of gold. Your imps will dig out the area you designate.
Okay, turn it blue.
Well done. And now your faithful servant imps will carry back your gold to Dungeon Heart. Once here, it can be spent. The golden scale atop the screen keeps track of your reserves. A start indeed, but more gold is required. 12,000 units should be mined. Observe. Red flowers float above your imps. These give measure to their health. Their skill acquired and reflect the simple thoughts within.
Okay. So, I gotta remember here, we've got our little character tab over here. So we got our imps. I'm just trying to remember.
Excellent work, Keeper. You are ready to recruit more creatures to your cause. See? A portal near your dungeon to where your imps must dig. They'll claim this portal to be yours. You'll see what beasts emerge.
Yeah, let's do that. Awesome. Now, I should build a lair. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to my little house icon here. We got a bed.
The lair. A place of rest where creatures sleep to calm their tempers and restore their health.
Boom. All right, we got a lair. All right. And let's build us say, oh wait, you know what? Actually, no, don't. No.
Behold your portal.
Ah.
The gate through which new creatures enter your domain, drawn forth to use the rooms which you provide. Your lair is not large enough to draw sufficient. Look well. A goblin has entered your domain. On his own, he is a cowardly beast, but in a horde becomes a useful fighting force.
Okay, so I need a bigger. Let's make our lair a little bit bigger. And we're going to have to build a hatchery as well. Boy, I'm not used to this thing running so well. I mean, this is just like so fast. Like, I remember this running at, you know, back in the day, kind of a slow frame rate. Now, one of the other things that I can do, let's see if I, okay, yeah, let's,
A slap. To administer another, right-click on any of your creatures, then watch. They'll toil a little faster, but also suffer modest injury.
Yeah. So I'm the official, I'm the slave master here. It's like, get to work. Okay, we're gonna...
Your lair is built. Now right-click to cancel building mode.
Okay. Wow, yeah, I'm not used to the mouse just going, like, shooting all over the place here. Okay, so those guys are working pretty hard. You know what, let's actually just go all the way back. We're gonna build ourselves a nice...
Your goblins are rested, but hungry. Dig out the flashing area and build a hatchery for food.
Well,
Just
actually, I'm doing that over here, but... Okay, I need a hatchery. And I can just click and drag. There we go, and...
Good progress, Keeper. See? Your goblins are well rested in their lair, and their bellies full with juicy chicken flesh. Now keep watch, for very soon more goblins will arrive, and then your numbers will be strong enough to challenge Lord Antonius.
Yeah, I don't think this map I won't have to do too much. I don't think. And I love, like, if you kind of listen to all the little all the characters, all your little enemies and minions.
I sense a breach. The servants of Antonius have broken through your walls, and you can move your gaze to see them now by right-clicking on the flashing blades. But worry not this time, for it is only dwarves, who, feeble as they are, pose little threat against your goblins. The hapless enemy dwarfs are being crushed. Observe the white health flowers which appear above them. When they're near to death, you'll see that only one last petal shows.
There we go. Let's...
You've picked a creature up. To drop him, right-click anywhere on your land.
Some more goblins in here. I'm trying to remember how to create more imps. So, like I said, down here you have all... This is down here all of your different things that you have that you're building. So if it's either characters or
Your
people.
goblin force is large enough to challenge Lord Antonius for his portal gem. Tunnel north and you will find your smug opponent skulking in his keep.
We're gonna drop more in. We're gonna just overwhelm him with the goblin horde. All right. So, let's keep on tunneling here with our imps. And like you said, you have all these different types of... You have wizards, you have
Away,
these...
keeper! You shall not taint Smilesville with your evil ways!
He
All right.
speaks. The feeble Lord Antonius. See how the
Antonius is
petals
gonna
of his
get his
white
ass
elf
kicked.
flower are of a special shape. This marks him down as your prime target. Take him out.
Got the flower over his head. I'm just dropping in... As long as I can, let's just drop in more horde here. Oh yeah, he's getting toasted here. He's gonna die. I love the different... I mean, you have, like I said, wizards, skeletons, the mistresses. They're like these S&M chicks.
Bravo, keeper. Lord Antonius is fallen. The portal gem lies aside his helpless form, in wait for Horny to collect it, so it's yours. And comes he now.
Yes, Horny is the devil creature. You can summon him later on, like once you learn enough of the game. Yeah, you can summon him, and you have to be careful because he will, if he doesn't have enemies to fight, he will turn and like just beat the crap out of your guys too. So you got to summon him at the right time. Horny. So this game is by Bullfrog Entertainment. This is the these are the guys that their company Peter Molyneux, who before he did the Fable games, made a lot of really interesting titles back in the day, and this was one of them. Dungeon Keeper 1 and 2 of this series. Yeah.
Devise new spells in the library.
Okay.
The training room lets creatures improve their combat skills.
Okay. Sounds good. So see, now we've a next mission. We can make a few more rooms, but like I said, there's skeletons, there's wizards, there's... I don't know what you...
Lips.
Oh yeah, you get these little cutscenes here. Oh, the mistress, yes. You have to unlock the torture chamber to summon those guys.
Well done, Keeper. You have successfully ended the life of Lord Antonius, and you have claimed your first portal gem as well. This is a most promising start.
Okay. But yeah, like they're so weird because they love living in the torture chamber, and I just remember there would be other people working in the lab, and there'd be a few of us playing these games. And why can't I? Okay, I was gonna say, why couldn't I click on the check mark? But we'd be playing, and my friend, he had the speakers kind of loud, and he was playing the game. And if you left you weren't fighting anything actively at the time, the mistresses would always go back and torture themselves, like they're like these S&M chicks, and you just hear them just like this really sexualized. I mean, it was just really funny. It's like, dude, what are you doing? All right, so
Sing Song. A joyous land filled with light and music. Let us silence their wailing voices once and for all. This land is defended by Lord Darius, a far tougher opponent than Lord Antonius. Only by harnessing the forces of dark magic will you defeat him. Build a library to attract warlocks to your cause, and they will reveal to you the secrets of the arcane.
Oh, this narrator is just so good. This narrator just is perfect evil sound. Like, I love Man, in Dungeon Keeper 1, it wasn't the same narrator, or he had a different voice, because in the first game, he was just like, build more creatures. I'm going to talk like this. Just like really abrupt, and this guy is just more just this kind of quiet, sinister, evil kind of thing, and I love it. So yeah, let's try our new
Lord
map here.
Darius presents himself against you now.
Lord Darius.
He's more worthy as a foe. But use the rooms you won from Smilesville to good employ, and you'll slay him dead, just like Antonius.
Alright, so...
Library. Training room.
Okay, there's our
First,
portal.
build a lair, and then a hatchery, then claim the portal near your dungeon heart.
Yep. And the thing with it is, you get into it more later, but when you build certain rooms, in order to summon certain creatures, you actually have to have certain criteria. Like, oh, if I want this type of creature to come in, you have to have this size lair or this size hatchery, or you have to have a certain thing, a certain other type of room. Or the other thing you could do is, like, other creatures, they don't get along. So, like, you have to put different layers and rooms away from each other so they don't actually fight each other. Okay, so... let's build a lair. We're going to do this. And again, one of the things with this game is it's like low vision wise, it's not too bad to play, especially now because it's low resolution. This game came out in, I don't even remember when it came out, early 2000s. Work faster. You guys are slow. Yeah, damn right. Crack that whip a little bit. Okay, we're gonna make our lair. Yeah, wow, it's just the sensitivity. Okay, we got a lair. And we need to, I think now we can make a thing to our portal. Okay, good, we got some people working here. Yeah, work hard on my minions. Okay, gonna get our hatchery here. Oh yeah, I see some gold back there we gotta collect, but first... boom! Alright. Got that. Alright, we'll get that stuff there. And...
you've claimed a portal.
I have indeed. So I think what we're going to do here, we're not... because again, this is kind of the tutorial area. We're going to try to see if we can... I'm just going to build...
a new species of creature has entered your dungeon.
Excellent. I'm trying to remember how wide I have to have a training room. Let's make it... yeah, and then we'll make this a hallway here. Alright, we got a nice big room here.
Your imps have found some dwarves. These righteous little pests may stray onto your land, and if they do, destroy them, for that's what they deserve. The basics of your dungeon are in place, but now expand it with a library. Design it square to maximize the space for scrolls, and let your imps make stronger walls to hold more shelves.
Right, so now we gotta defend ourselves a little bit here. Get some goblins in play. I can't build my other rooms yet because they haven't claimed the floor. They've dug it out.
Your creatures make good progress. One improves his skill to level 2.
Excellent.
A creature can train as high as level 4, but that's the limit. Further skill can only be attained out on the battlefield.
Okay, I need to
Your
build...
imps will call your creatures to defend the dungeon heart. They must make sure of its protection above all other tasks. The paltry dwarfs are now destroyed. Allow your creatures time to rest and eat. When ready, guide them north to find Lord Darius's keep.
Not yet. We gotta do a little bit of building. No. A little building here first.
A left click on your creature picks it up. A right click on claimed land then lets it drop. Be wary though. Don't drop them too near enemies, for the dropping stuns these beasts a time and makes them vulnerable to enemy attack. Every bookcase in your library will attract another warlock to your realm.
Yep, so let's do a... There we go. Yeah. Alright, got a library thing going on here. I might be able to make...
now. A warlock has arrived to study spells within your library. His research will serve your magic well. Restrict him not, though, to his books, for when in battle he may prove formidable with fireballs.
Indeed. Got a little ranged combat going on here. Okay. Yeah, get another... Well... Let's see, is there... Oh, there's some more gold on the ground there, guys. You can pick that up. Alright, so we got that.
And now to build a training room. It's best to make it square and 4x4, so that there'll be targets for your creature's training.
Well, it's going to be bigger than 4x4, but... We're going big, man. Go big or go home. I know we don't need to for now, but I'm just like, you know, trying to keep things moving along here. So, like I said, keeping up with some of the stuff and, you know, finding the little creatures and everything can be a little hard with low vision. Oh, okay. I can't build it that big. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Howdy. What?
Your training room is not yet functional. You must enlarge it.
Working on it.
More gold is needed. It's out there, ready to be mined.
Okay, let's find... Yeah. Well, there's more gold. There's some right down there.
The time has come for you to face Lord Darius. Tag the flashing tiles. Your imps will tunnel to his keep. Your training room is scarcely adequate for your fighting creatures to hone their skills. An area of 4x4 is minimum. Now build it so.
I know, but I need money, dude. Alright, here, let me... See, where is my imp? Just trying to find... Where is there some gold? Ah! Mine this gold for me, mignone. I need me gold. I'm not going to break into this guy yet because I want to get a training room and I want to basically, you know, show everything that I can while we're playing here. And did he grab... No, they still haven't grabbed... There's gold right down here, you nimrods. Let's see. Can I... How do I... I gotta remember how to build more imps. Okay, so we got... Let's build some warlocks. Put them in there. One, two, three, four. I had to try to see if we can get one more in there. Alright. I'm trying to remember how the hell to build imps. Because these are the main creatures, but... all these little icons, I can't remember what they all do. Alright, well, I should be able to... They should have collected some money.
A new spell has been researched.
Alright, good. Okay.
Mana is the currency of magic, and it's this you spend each time you cast a spell. Your mana level is shown in green atop the screen. Your land will gradually renew it as it's spent. A task well done, but training creatures will cost
There
gold.
we go.
Cast your new spell to create an imp. So open now the panel Spells and select the imp's head symbol. Then cast it with a click on any land that's yours.
Okay. Oh, so I couldn't do that yet. That's... Okay, yeah, that looks familiar now. Okay. Oh, that's so good. That's pretty good.
Cast, Keeper. You've made good use of your warlock's studious research.
Okay, that should be enough for now. Can't we got a question mark there? Probably the fireball. Alright, so we got people training. We've got our food. We got our shelter. We got our dungeon heart. We've got our library.
Imps are creatures born of magic and
There
cost
we go,
mana
yeah.
to sustain.
There we go. Now
You may wish
there's...
to train your warlocks to improve their skills. To do this, drop a warlock in the training room.
Okay. Where are the warlocks? Let's put you... So, you know, again, low vision wise, it's a little, especially right now, it's not so bad, but later on things get so chaotic. It can be hard to find that one little creature that you're wanting to do. And they have different spells, like there's a call to arms spell eventually, where like if you want everybody to focus on something, you can drop a flag somewhere, and all of your main battle creatures will actually follow and stuff like that. So we've got some gold. I wonder if I can expand. I'd love to expand my library just a little bit more. Oh, you know what? Actually, I probably could do that. Here, let's do that because I want more books. I want that other spell.
A new spell has been researched.
Oh, that guy's voice is
Your
so...
warlocks now have studied further, offering you another spell to cast, through which a thunderbolt is yours to hurl against such foolish enemies who dare invade your turf.
Ha ha ha. Excellent. Yeah. Do a little whip, a little slave drive in there. And go back here. Let's make my library a little bigger. Yeah. Now I can get more warlocks. We're just gonna steamroll this other guy. Alright, so we'll get rid of that, save some money. And let's get some more goblins. Remember, they're useful in a horde. And then, actually, I'm going to drop this guy over in here. Yeah. We're going to wreck this
payday.
fool. Alright, I probably have too many now, but like I said, now I think we can go steamroll this guy. I feel pretty good about where we are. Like, this is a small map. We've mined, and you have to keep the gold up. Eventually, we'll have to build a treasure. Oh, we got this here. Let's zap that really quick, just in case. Because if you don't have enough money in your dungeon heart or eventually your treasury, and your creatures will revolt, and they will not be happy. So you do have to keep that in mind too. All right, so let's zap that. I feel pretty good about where we are. And I'm not going to go too much more into this, but I just wanted to give you a glimpse. I mean, This game was pretty cool back in the day, and like I said, just being innovative in the fact that you're playing the bad guy, you know, and you're just reveling in like, oh, take care of these just goody surface
Lord
guys.
Darius's walls are breached. Your forces now must kill his guards and stir Lord Darius himself to come defend his land.
Okay, let's... We're just going to overwhelm him with sheer force. Okay, we got a bunch of dudes in there. We've claimed this as ourself.
Your library is under attack.
Your library. That was, you know, that was just the way he enunciates things. Just the way he talks. My friends and I, we would always. There's so many quotes that this announcer guy would. The way he says things was just so classic. Is like, it's like your graveyard needs more corpses. You know, just the way.
Your dungeon heart is under attack.
Oh, hell no. Okay, we gotta find... we should be taking care of it here, I think. See, it's a little hard to tell who's who. Okay, there we go. We got our lightning. Yeah, take care of these guys. Can I zoom in anymore? I'm not sure. Probably not. I'm hoping that my horde that I created should just obliterate, because I put a whole shitload of guys in this training room.
At last, Lord Darius has been roused. He enters through his hero's gate. Your forces
Oh yeah, he's mad.
And the portal gem of sin.
But we'll lightning him a little bit.
Keeper, dare not think that you will conquer me, you evil wretch.
Out of
My
mana.
dwarves and the power of good will drive you from this land. You seek to defile my realm with your foul sorcery.
Sure
You will
do.
perish, Keeper.
Just keep dumping him down. And let's see, we should have our mana regenerated. Oh yeah, we got a mana regeneration a little bit. We'll zap him. Oh yeah, he's blinking. Kick his ass, man. I got so many guys where I don't even think he's gonna make it to our library. I wouldn't think. Okay, the imps are running away. I love the just... Oh, there's so many things in this game that are just so classic. Just so many memories. I mean, I know you had to be there, but like... This game just developed like our own sort of weird language, as it were, back in the day of like... all the quotable things and little sound effects that... Listen to all these guys. The biodemon is
Your
like this,
library is under attack.
this giant like ass monster that would just... bleh. That's literally what he just... bleh. All these weird sound effects, and... It's so dumb, but it's so good. Oh wait, I should be zapping you, shouldn't I? Alright, what the hell? Bah! Yeah, and it was so funny because a friend of mine would just do some of these so
Now
perfectly.
comes Horny to claim you the portal gem.
Oh, okay, we got him.
Your progress is most pleasing.
Alright, in he comes. The devil man himself, walking with these fire footsteps. And now he'll trudge over and collect the dungeon heart. Or not the dungeon heart, but the shard thing or whatever it is. Yeah. Made pretty good work of that. And like I said, this game does get a lot more complex. You got to build different rooms. You have to do different room combinations and configurations to summon certain creatures. There are, wooden doors, metal doors. There are different types of traps, like boulder traps, spike traps. Cannon things. You can
The
actually, there's a
treasury lets you hold more gold.
treasury.
Make traps and doors in the workshop.
Oh, yeah, okay.
The sentry trap targets intruders with a powerful cannon.
Yeah, there you go.
Use wooden doors to seal off rooms and corridors.
Yeah, so I was just kind of getting to say that. So, perfect segue, but...
Nunchaku.
Oh, yeah, this guy. The chickens. Yeah, they're just a little weird.
Blasted Lord Darius off the face of the realm. A most entertaining way to claim a portal gem. To hear their singing turn to screaming has been a tremendous joy to my ears.
All right. But yeah, segueing to all those different things that you unlock, and like I said, I forgot about that there are spells. There's like that lightning spell. There's a possession spell, and this was a thing that no other game I don't think has done before, and I don't know if there's been many since. The possession spell, where literally, granted the controls weren't great, and it was kind of very basic, very limited, but like you could, once you have a creature summoned, like let's say I had a power for a warlock that I was training, and if I wanted to try to use him tactically, I could possess him, and it would go into this like first-person mode, and you walked around as that character, or you wanted to scout as a imp or something. You could do that, and there are certain ways, like if you snuck around, like I would do that sometimes to sneak around to the side, and like if you hammered the back of their little cannon traps so that they couldn't hit you from, instead of just standing in front of the cannon traps where they would mow you down, they couldn't do that. So I could kind of get at them from the side or from behind. So, some really unique uses for that. I'll at least go into the next description so you can kind of see and hear. I don't think I'm going to play through this full mission, but this should give you an idea of what Dungeon Keeper is like. Now, on the world map, you see you got the little red blinking area. That is where, I wish it was a little bit easier to see, but that's just you choosing your next mission, essentially. And you see, we're going to keep probably going right up this road here. I've gotten pretty far into this game. I don't think I've ever beaten it. There's one mission that I remember in particular that really sucked. I don't remember what it was called, but most of these missions, you're building up your forces, building up your lair, and then you are building up your forces, training them, and sending them out to explore and eradicate all your enemies. Well, there's one mission where it was essentially timed in a couple of different ways, and you had it was basically this long path, and you had to build up a few things as quickly as possible and as powerfully as possible, because you had one of these lords. They didn't have their kingdom in the level, but they were just traveling from one side of the map to the other, and if you weren't ready by the time he came, he would just kind of, march right on through, and basically, if he got through, you failed. And even if you were fighting him, he was fairly powerful, so you had to, like I said, balance. You had to build up your lair, you had to build up your rooms really fast, but like figure out, okay, what is the strategy I want to use to do this? Do I want to work on a bunch of traps? Do I want to build... I don't even think there were that many blockades, because it was like this, it was like this open area, so like I couldn't even funnel them down hallways. Like there was these boulder traps that you'll eventually make, where you put a boulder at the one end of the hallway, and then if they trigger something, it'll run, kind of Indiana Jones style, smush him. So there's a lot of different creativity that you can do in this game. But I just remember that level being such a colossal pain in the ass, and that being a choking point. I'm trying to remember if I beat it on my own or if that's something that I actually had one of my friends help me with. But now that I think about it, yeah, that mission in particular stands out being a pain.
Ramshackle. This is a peaceful land, but a poor one, since its defender, Lord Avaricious, has frittered away his riches. If you can amass enough gold, he will surely be tempted into leaving his fortress and attacking you personally. Build a workshop, and fill your realm with fiendish traps and doors to protect your hard-won treasuries. Lure this fool to his doom, and claim his portal gem.
Yeah. Again, it's just, I know I keep saying it, but like the narrator in this game is just so good. It is so good for like an evil narrator.
Lord Avaricious hides within his fortress
Evil
proud.
narrator.
He's well defended, but gold's his weakness. To lure him from his stronghold, mine all the gold within his realm.
Oh yeah, lots of gold. Yeah, you see the little
Treasury.
shiny tops on there, yep.
Workshop. Sentry trap. Wooden door.
Alright, so yeah, you see the different tabs there. You got your minions, your locations, your traps, and your spells. So yeah, that is a look at Dungeon Keeper 2. God, just a classic game. And it was, what, 2-3 years ago now, I remember getting really excited because I heard, I think EA had taken this over and like, oh, there was a new Dungeon Keeper coming to mobile. And I thought, oh, you know what, a touchscreen like on an iPad? Dungeon Keeper would be awesome. And I didn't even end up trying it because the moment it came out, I mean, everyone just, I saw a little bit of video footage of it on YouTube, and everyone just shit all over the game, and rightfully so, because, you talk about, I've complained in the past on the channel, as has pretty much everybody, about microtransaction and the free-to-play market. Well, from what I remember, just go look up, like, Dungeon Keeper Mobile, and you'll find lots of articles and lots of videos just ripping that game apart. And I don't even know if they actually fixed it or recovered. But it was like the most egregious, awful abuse of the free-to-play model. Like, it literally, you know how I click a square and an imp will chop it out. It'll cut it out, and so I can make rooms and stuff. If I remember correctly, yeah, that was a true horror. Speaking of horror for October, like, everything was timer based, and like sometimes clicking one of those squares would take several hours. So like if you wanted to build like a 4x4 layer or a 4x4 hatchery or something, you literally couldn't. Like, the game was basically trying to prevent you from playing it. You either had to continually pay real money for in-game currency to make the tiniest bit of progress, or play the game at such a glacial pace that it was just completely ludicrous. So that is a real sham, because imagining, like, maybe make some of the buttons a little bit clearer on the bottom. I could see like rearranging the interface a little bit. Especially maybe making the little buttons, like you see, like when I was using the creatures tab, like the creature things were kind of narrow, but then you had your traps and stuff, and those were big squares. Those would be perfect for a touch screen. The little tabs across the top are a little bit small, but I could, again, I could see this interface working pretty well. But again, it's so sad to me that every kind of game design nowadays is going not just on mobile, but like premium games. you can't buy a $60 game anymore even. Like, you know, you might pay 80 bucks to get the special edition that might have the season pass. And sometimes that doesn't even count everything. Sometimes, well, you buy the season pass and there's still DLC. Or, you know, the mobile games itself, there are so many games that I've either looked at or tried very briefly, and I just haven't been, I can't make myself play them because the monetization model is so disgusting and so against letting the gamer actually play the game that I can't support it. And even the games that I like, I've largely given up on Real Racing 3, as I've mentioned several times on the channel. The gameplay itself is not bad for a tablet, but the amount of grinding and money that you would actually have to, you know, to even get a car, let alone upgrade it, or get, you know, fill up your garage, it's just not worth it. And especially the big companies now, like, indie games are, I think, our last bastion of hope here, because everybody right now is so focused on making, I mean, yes, I know you want to make money. Yes, you should make money as a game publisher. You have to make money. You know, programmers got to eat. But there's a balance between making money and making a game that your public will actually want to play and continue to play. And there's too many products right now that I think the monetization and just overall like gameplay model is often the primary focus, and like the gameplay itself has kind of taken a back seat. We got to make it flashy, we got to make it pretty, and we got to find every possible way that we can to bend you over, you know, and take it up the rear financially in every possible way we can. And it's disgusting. And it's sad. Because I think a good version of Dungeon Keeper on a 12.9-inch iPad, I think, would be pretty fantastic. I would like to give it a try. But alas, sounds like that's not gonna be a thing. Thankfully, we have awesome people like the folks at Good Old Games who take the effort to take these classic games from DOS and early Windows games and make them playable, make them DRM free, make them run on modern PCs, give you extras whenever you can. You know, they might give you soundtracks, they might give you wallpapers. Again, I've plugged them on the channel before too, but go check out they did actually there's supposed to be more coming. They did the first section of the No Clip documentary. Just go look up NOCLIP on YouTube, and they do awesome documentaries. They watch the one that they did on Doom 2016. They did one on Rocket League. They did one on a lot about good games so far. But one of their most recent ones was on Good Old Games and kind of how that got started. And I really want to see the other 1 or 2 episodes that they're doing on them. At the time of recording this, those are not out yet. But yeah, I'm glad that these games are preserved and run, and I can reliving some of these memories. It's just really fun, really cool. So I know I got off on sort of a tangent, but I think it ties in, you know. It's a very cool horror, well, not really a horror, but, evil Halloween-y kind of thing. I still think it ties in pretty well. And I think what the mobile and free-to-play and microtransaction market definitely applies, because it's very scary. It is very horrific what is becoming of a lot of the games industry these days. So, I mean, I'm fine with a little bit of it, but, you know, again, I could rant about this for an hour and keep going. We're not going to do that here, though, because I don't want to bring this video down on such an awesome game. This has been Dungeon Keeper 2. Both Dungeon Keeper 1 and 2 are on Good Old Games. I own them both, and you can too, for not too much. If this looks interesting to you, go check it out. GOG.com. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79 or on Mixer, mixer.com/BGFH. And yeah, again, keep the subscribes and likes coming. I think we're just under, as I looked earlier today, we're almost to 1,200 subscribers. So thanks a lot. Keep them coming. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And until next time, I'll chat with you guys again later.